Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moltrap, and we're coming at you with game 2 of, I don't know, I said we. Game 2 of Zero versus Great. Zero versus Great. And I think it's kind of funny that the intro song is saying, like, it's not all about you, and then, like, it's showing, like, Flash and J-Dong and Bisu, the guys who have been eliminated so far in this tournament. It is now dawn. Oh, actually, J-Dong's still in, but Flash and Bisu and Stork and all that featured in the anyway. Point being, Zero is down one game, so we are about to witness Zero come back and win 3-1. That's my prediction here. Oh, I didn't catch the colors there, but okay, Zero is going to be the orange player. You can always tell if you missed the colors. They show the hatchery, and then they show the face of the player, and then they show the hatchery, and then they show the face. So there's Great is going to be the blue Zerg to match his jacket there with the AnyCall logo on it, Samsung Con. Anyway, so Zero going for a pretty much kind of a big all-in attack in game 1, and you know, it could have worked if things had come out differently, but I don't think it was a good idea to do it on that map. Such a large map, because I mean, if it had been on a smaller map, that attack would have landed you know, just that much earlier, and he would have been able to maybe take out that hatchery or something like that. I don't know. Very difficult for Zero to win in that situation, though, with the build orders as they were. Since basically, I mean, Zero went for like a 9-hatch pool, and Great went for a 12-hatch pool. But it was in his base, it was protected, so although that didn't even matter, he had his extra hatchery up. Anyway, that third hatchery was crazy. Not exactly sure how the mechanics of those builds work out, since those were kind of strange builds, though. But either way, Great coming out with a win for the first game, and this is a best-of-5 series, so still has to win 2 more games if he's going to take the set. Zero, of course, can still come back. I really like Zero a lot, and part of the reason why I like him actually was watching his ZVZ at BlizzCon a couple last year, I guess, or 09. Watching his Zerg versus Zerg was just epic. It was just epic. He was playing against Effort, and he did 2 best-of-3s against Effort, and he almost beat Effort both times. Well, I mean, he lost 2-1 and he lost 2-0, so I guess in that sense he didn't. But it was very, very close games, and he played superbly, and Effort was basically on top of the world at that time, so it was hard to beat Effort. Who has since retired, by the way, if you guys didn't catch that. Effort decided to retire. He said, "I've done what I wanted to do. I won a Star League. I'm out." Who knows if he's practicing StarCraft 2 right now or not, but he could, you know, he could have just said, you know what, I owned up Brood War. I'm done. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on and do something else and go back to school or whatever. That's an option too. Anyway, Zero going for a very quick lair here. After his expansion, both players going for an expansion after their pool, basically, which makes a lot of sense on this map. Again, another reverse ramp map, so you don't want to get pinned down in your main base. Zero's lair just a little bit earlier than Great's at this point, but it's not going to make too big of a difference. Great may have, I'm not sure what he did. Maybe he got for some extra Zerglings first or extra drones or something. I didn't catch that too much. Anyway, by the way, again, the winner of this goes on to face the winner of J-Dong. J-Dong is facing another Zerg in a best-of-5. I don't know if he's ever lost a best-of-5 ZVZ, actually. No, he has. He's lost, I think he lost, who did he lose to? I don't remember. Anyway, whoa, wait, what's going on? There's another, okay, I was completely wrong about this map. This is not the map I thought it was. There's an expansion behind your base, and then you have a ramp to the outside of your base as well. I'm completely tripping, I apologize. Right, this is the map that kind of looks like, ah, my god, I'm totally off my game. I've forgotten all the names of the maps. That other map with the minerals, with the third base, and oh my gosh, why can I not remember the name of that map? I'm so sorry. Anyway, Great has actually opted, it looks like, to expand outside of his base down the ramp, though, and Zero has opted to expand behind his base, so that's kind of an interesting move. Zero's going to be able to line up Zerglings on that ramp, though, and wait a minute, this is that map with the Arbiters. This is that map. What happened to the minerals? Did they remove the minerals? I'm so confused. Of course they didn't remove the minerals. He skipped a drone through. I'm so tripping. Oh my god. I am completely tripping. Whoa. Okay, I'm tempted to start this game over, to be honest with you, because that was a major blunder, but I'm not going to, I guess. Both players' spires going up now. God, what is the name of this map? Ah, I'll remember it later, or yeah, maybe not. Anyway, Zero putting out lots of Zerglings, and he's actually hiding. Well, never mind. He was going to hide some. Great might need to be a little bit worried though, because there's a lot of Zerglings putting out now. And Great doesn't have any Zerglings. He's going to try and put up a Sunken Colony at his front door, but he needs a ton of Zerglings immediately. There's a lot of Speedlings running down towards his base right now, and look at this. He's going to have to pull drones to try and protect that Sunken Colony. He's building another colony. No, an Evo chamber in the way to try and protect that Sunken Colony, make it so he can't surround it, but he just lets it get surrounded. He's going to try and block his ramp. Zerglings coming in from all sides, dealing with that Sunken Colony. He's trying to get up the ramp. He's killing Zerglings. He's killing drones. He needs to target one or the other, though. It looks like more Zerglings coming in, though. Zero doing almost an all-in attack here. He may actually succeed this time. See, he's actually didn't kill off the Sunken Colony, but look at that. He only actually did about 40 damage to that Sunken Colony. Which means that he wasn't really focusing on it, or I think it was 40, maybe he did more than that. Either way, he wasn't spending a lot of his money, a lot of his damage on the Sunken Colony, but rather was killing off enemy Zerglings and enemy drones as well. So he's actually in okay shape. Yeah, so this is the map with Arbors. I'm completely tripping. I'm sorry. Now the thing is that Zero's extra base is now completely vulnerable to air attack. So he has gotten mutas out a little bit quicker because he made Great spend all of his larvae on Zerglings right before his spire popped. So he does have the air control right now. So that's a good thing, I guess. But anyway, it still could be bad. If he loses air control at some point, he's going to be in really deep trouble. Zero has more Mutalisk, though, some Scourge popping out for Great. And that was also an attack that was timed perfectly right as his Spire was about to finish at the same time. So the Zerglings were able to attack without any Mutalisks overhead. Really nice attack by Zero to take an advantage here. I like this with the Spore Colonies. He knows he's behind on air. He's basically behind on everything. So he's building some Spore Colonies to try and defend. And what I think Zero's going to do is drone up. I'll bet those were drones that he just built right there. Well, it could be meters, I guess. He knows he can't get in, but he has the map control, so he's just going to try and harass and get some drones back up. And yeah, see, look at that, drones. Drones coming out for Zero, and he might even expand to the expansion down his ramp after he gets a little bit more secure. A single Zergling is running out just to scout. Oh, gets picked off. No scouting for you. Well, I guess he sees that Zero hasn't expanded again yet, but yeah, so... And yeah, in the meantime, Great has to continue producing Mutalisks instead of drones to try and catch up to Zero at this point. And I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up enough here. Zero has a large air army right now. Scourge running around scouting, I guess, and Scourge chasing Scourge. That's kind of funny. And yeah, so exactly what I thought. Zero has the map advantage, and so he's just going to go ahead and expand down that. And sorry, I was getting a phone call there and distracted me for a moment. He's going to expand down the ramp to get an extra base, and going in for some harassment behind the Spore Colonies, actually. Very big move there. Doing a decent amount of damage, killing off a few drones, but there's a counterattack coming in here, and he doesn't have spores of his own, so he could lose some drones of his own. Zero running his Mutalisks back, but they're so far away that he's killing off several drones in the meantime. He's running them back and forth, but he really needs to run them down to his natural expansion so that his own Mutalisk can come in and intercept. Here he comes in with his own Mutalisk finally. Scourge just sitting there, needs to target him down. He does land one Scourge. If he can land another, he does land another Scourge. Completely wipes out Great's Mutalisks. Wow, very, very nicely done. Wiping out all of Great's Mutas right now. So Great, again, stuck back in his base. Zero can drone up again if he wants, which is probably what he's going to do again, because again, map control, air control. He's got that third base up, so he's going to be able to just drone those, and he needs the drones back. I mean, he just lost a lot of drones there, so it does make a lot of sense actually to drone anyway. So it's kind of a necessity. But Great, again, he's gotten his drones up before when he kind of had the spores up. He was able to sneak in some drones with his mutas, so he's actually in okay position. Again, consistently running the single Zergling in to scout what's going on. Zero getting a 4th hatchery in his main, so he has some extra production. Is he good? Is he not even mining minerals right now? I think he might not even be mining minerals right now. I'm sorry, gas. He's not mining gas right now. Okay, never mind. He just put guys back on gas. But yeah, his second gas mine is not mining right now. He's just getting lots of minerals, getting an extra hatchery, getting his econ going super big, and he's probably just basically going to do that. Is you know, he's going to get his economy going, and then once his economy is going, switch back, get 3 gases going, tons of drones on minerals, and just produce crap loads of mutalisks. Now, it's funny that we have to have this kind of a situation. Zero actually was one of the people who modernized Zerg, Zerg versus Zerg. He is one of the players who actually started doing these spore colonies and defending and getting extra bases and making it more of an attrition-based game. Actually, I don't know if attrition is quite the word for it, but you know, making it these longer games. Zero was involved in a lot of these games where you have queens coming out. I think he was the first player in recent history to use queens in ZVZ. And effectively, and so now we have a whole different ZVZ dynamic than we did a year ago, where you have players, you know, able to use queens, using ensnare, using defilers, getting plague, and there, in fact, we see Hive going up. Hive and a Hydralisk Den. What? What? Hydralisk Den? I mean, Lurkers can be okay against mass Zerglings if he's expecting a mass Zergling attack from Zero, and he may be, since he's using a lot of Scourge and Zerglings to scout what's going on, keep an eye on Zero's base. Zero's not quite doing the best of that himself. Zero going for a Hive as well, so we could in fact see some Defiler play, and that's the thing, is if you spore up so they can't get into your base, look at this, 2 Defiler mounds going up in great space. That is hardcore, and what he's going to do is he's going to upgrade Consume and Plague at the same time so that he can consume and get a plague off, because if you plague a group of 12 mutas, that is basically doing like something like 14 or 1500 damage at this. No, it's gonna be, yeah, almost over 1400 damage with one spell, basically, because you're doing, you know, 117 damage to 12 Mulisks, or whatever that comes out to. Anyway, so a plague on a group of mutas is hardcore, and you can't really have the energy to plague unless you've got consume upgraded already to consume some Zerglings. So very, very interesting. Now there's actually a lot, and queens are now out for Zero. Zero busting out his queens. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And what you can do with queens is in 2 Evo chambers. That's kind of interesting. What is he getting Evo chambers for?